your hosts, Leslie and Hannah.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
So today we're going to talk about Drosophila melanogasters and how it's the common fruit fly.
And our main topic is mutant eye colors, and specifically, the first experiments done on the common fruit fly was done by T.H. Morgan. And so he used red-eyed fruit flies and did multiple crosses with them, and he soon discovered a mutation that produced a white-eyed male from two red-eyed flies. And that's really interesting, especially since there were no white-eyed females, just one white-eyed male. And he used that white-eyed male and crossed it with another red-eyed female. And he discovered white-eyed males and females produced from this. And this led him to conclude that these white-eye mutations can be carried over to both female and male flies. And there was another conclusion that he brought up, that it was probable that the mutation came from actually a single egg from a female that ended up producing a male fly.
Wow, that's really interesting. Did you guys know that the Drosophila melanogaster is actually a model organism? The fruit fly has a short lifespan, therefore it's easy to maintain during experiments, and they produce numerous offspring. And they can be used in research for human genetic disorders.
That's really interesting, actually. And so what mutations there are for the eyes there are actually two of them. And so the wild type is red eyes, and that's what T.H. Morgan used a lot in his experiments. And so the two mutations are white eyes or sepia eyes. Our focus today will be sepia eyes, and there are two types of inheritance for each of the mutations. One is autosomal and one is sex-linked. The sex-linked is the white eyes, but the autosomal would be with the sepia eyes. And there's also a mutation that is linked to the sepia eye color mutant, and that's a frame shift mutation that produces a stop codon where it shouldn't be within the gene. And the stop codon is specifically TGA, but we don't need to worry about that.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the video Maursophila. Have you ever seen it?
No, I've never seen
that.
Oh,
Hannah, we gotta watch it right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show today. Today we have B with us here. Welcome, B, to the show. So, B, tell us why you're here today.
Me and my boyfriend have been together for 2 weeks now, and we even have a son that's 1 week old, but he doesn't think it's his because he has sepia eyes.
Well, you've come to the right place. Our professionals have taken DNA tests, and we're going to find out the results. How does that sound?
That sounds great, Maursophilus. Thank you.
Let's bring out the boyfriend. Buzz, come on out. How are you doing today, Buzz?
I'm doing well, Maursophila. How are you?
I'm doing great, but I'll tell you who's not doing too good. B here. And I assume you know why.
Yeah, I know why. You know, we've been together for 2 weeks, and you've been loving my life. But, you know, I have red eyes, and our child has sepia eyes. Maursophila, how can you explain that to me?
And the results are in. Buzz, you are the father.
How? How am I the father? How am I the father?
Well, Buzz, for sexually reproducing species, we typically have 2 copies for each gene. These might be 2 dominant, 2 recessive, or 1 of each. If you have 1 of each for eye color, you'll only express the dominant trait. Sepia is an autosomal recessive trait that only shows up if both parents carry that recessive gene. While you and your beloved bee both express the red eye phenotype, you are heterozygous for the eye color genotype, having one dominant and one recessive allele. Red is the dominant allele for this genotype and sepia is the recessive. You both passed on one recessive trait to your offspring, giving him sepia color eyes. So don't worry, Buzz. He's all yours.